Hi everyone, welcome back to this week Willing Market Update. So let's take a look at what's happening on the market last week and also things to watch out for the coming week. Alright, for the coming week is very important to the market, especially two major economy news that are going to announce for the next week. So please be prepared on the coming week. Let's take a look what is these two major news before we dissect into it. So for next week, we all know that we have been talking about Fed going to reduce rate, how many times. So next week is perhaps the first time Fed is going to announce of the rate cut after all the dramas that happened for the past few weeks or past few months. Alright, so next Wednesday, September 18th, do watch out that it's a Fed interest rate decision and it has a chance of highly possible for the 25 basis point cut, and 25 basis point cut may not be significant enough, but it may have chance to announce a 15 basis point cut. And for the 50 basis point cut, if the Fed take these steps, it will definitely bring a huge volatility to the market on the day itself. All right, and for this guy, the previous former New York Fed chief said that there is a strong case for 50 basis point for Fed to do the rate cut. So due to the speculations of be it 25 basis point or 50 basis point, we can see that it does help the market or the indices to go up higher and higher for the past few days. This might be because market start to price in, as we know that doing rate cut is actually bringing benefit to the indices market itself, and that is why market has been reaching or attempt to reaching all-time high once again and again. And I did mention, if you have been paying attention to my past video, who will be the ultimate beneficiaries of this rate cut or the reduce of the rate is actually Russell indices. Alright, and we can see from the Russell indices, we have revisited the chart later, but just to let you guys see on the big pictures, we can see that Russell has spiked even more than the three indices itself. Alright, so out of the three Wall Street, Nasdaq, S&P, Russell actually performed way better, and things that is not performing well for this rate cut, right, is actually Nasdaq. Alright, Nasdaq seems like it's not performing well on the indices basis itself. You guys can go and compare. So on top of that, for the US rate announcement on Wednesday, we should also focus on this. Alright, which is the Thursday BOJ interest rate decisions. Because of their last BOJ meeting, right, they actually proceed, alright, with a 25 basis rate hike. Alright, for the 25 basis rate hike, it actually caused a spike in the market at the start of the August, 1st of August, that is causing the whole US indices to spike down. Resulting main thing is because of this USD yen carry trade causing a lot of margin cost, because USD yen used to be a safe haven, right? People borrow from the cheapest interest rate from Japan, invest in US, and they gain the overnight financing fee. This is called a carry trade. You can Google it if you're not sure what does it mean. So, for my perspective, if US is going to reduce their rate, well, BOJ increase the rate again, even though the forecast is it should remain after the first rate hike, but who knows, if they go crazy going another rate hike, this may result a very bearish sentiments to USD yen. Alright, because when we rate cut, it actually reduce the currency, while rate hike boosts up the currency, right? So USD yen may be bearish going forward, which that is my view ultimately after the first rate hike from the BOJ itself after many years. Alright, so don't be alarmed if there is any surprise announcement from BOJ on Thursday if they proceed for another rate hike. Alright, because 25 basis point, it also don't show any difference, not significant enough to save the country. So they may be aggressive to go for another cut go for another hike instead. Alright, so just be precautions from here. Okay, so last week we can see that S&P, Nasdaq all rally Friday. Like I said, it's anticipations from the trader itself. They price in what is going to happen for the coming week. Alright, so if things announce or 50 basis point announce, I'm not surprised that it may form a V shape, that means it spike up and then it come down again. Because Fed Powell has been always emphasized of this thing called soft landing. Soft landing, it gives people the mindset of 25 basis point cut instead of the 50 basis point cut. Alright, so I'm not surprised if next week it form a V shape, spike up and come down if it is 50 basis point announcement. Alright, because the soft landing that promised from Powell may not stand after that. Okay, so that is my view for the coming weeks. Just pay attention closely on Wednesday itself, after Wednesday. Okay, so that's all for the economy and the news. Let's go to the chart directly. Alright, so this is what I have charted on the 31st, which is 2 weeks ago. I mentioned that market may continue to go upside, may have upside strength till the announcement of the rate cut this month, which it's September, right? Because the 31st August has passed. Right, so this is where we are during that time. 31st August is here. Alright, there's a spike. I say that market may continue to go upstairs, but then it came down. So for shorter term TA, there is actually chance for it to short, which I have done. Alright, it bounced back here, touches and bounce up. So coming week, I am seeing, or perhaps the first 2 days, we may see more upside. And then on the Wednesday itself and rate announcement, I'm not surprised if we see a V shape and then come down. I'm not surprised. Okay, so it's depend on what is the basis point that the Fed is going to announce. Okay, so what should you do then? Alright, what should you do if let's say you don't want to take the risk, right, week after the news announcement? For the first Monday, Tuesday, you may continue to do some, intraday ranging trading, buy low, sell high, buy low. But do take note, Wednesday there is a core retail sales. This will also bring into the consideration of whether there is rate hike for the coming Wednesday as well. Okay, otherwise market should be doing sideways movement until the finale on Wednesday at the BOJ on Thursday. Okay, so please be cautious from here. Alright, so next counter we will be going through. Let me see. Okay, so next counter we'll be going through is OXY. OXY I mentioned on my last video. Alright, I mentioned, let's take a look. OXY is actually Warren Buffett, one of the shares that he has been accumulating. So on 10th of August, right, I mentioned that may watch list and start to nibble a bit and add some Warren Buffett portfolio into your own portfolio. So on 31st August, I said that watch out for the price around 40 to 50. So 31st August is somewhere here. Okay, somewhere here. I say watch out if this break, we may see 45, 50. And just nice, the price touched the low at 49.91 before it closed. Alright, before it closed at 51.05, before it closed above 50 lah. Alright, so this is one of the point right now. If Warren Buffett is still holding on the shares, you are buying way cheaper than him. But why I actually put that watch out for this price is because there is a sign from the US oil. We can see how US oil performing. Alright, has been dropping crazily on a weekly basis. On a daily basis, you can see. Alright, some pullback but still showing red candle. So the oil price is not performing well. Alright, it does not. There's some correlation between oil company and oil commodities. So it is not performing well for oil, and I don't see why US stocks, oil stocks have a chance to go up if oil is dropping. Alright, so we shall monitor closely whether it was this $60 plus, 60, sorry, where is it? I think I did wrote, okay, anyway, if it broke below 66.3 and 62, then we need to watch out for the OXY. It may have chance to continue go dive more downside. Okay, so do watch out on the US oil. There is correlation to OXY. Okay, so next counter that we'll be going through and will be the last counter for the day. There is no point of introducing so many counters today, mainly because great news is going to happen on Wednesday. And with that, it may change the whole structure of the games. So, but nevertheless, I still want to bring in one counter for today is actually Dell. Alright, Dell Technology right now is well supported and trading back above 200-day moving average. Okay, so just take note, if you want, one thing you should need to consider is that the CEO Michael Dell sell the company stocks, and usually if let's say the CEO is looking prospectful for the company itself, it will not sell, right? Because it will wait for the shares to go up and start selling. It worth more for him. Okay, but he has already started selling. So is that one of the considerations for you to trade or invest? If yes, then you don't feel good with the CEO selling out. You can wait and then see how does it pan out further. All right, for people he's purely on TA, small amount, small percentage in FA. You may do your risk management, and then you can consider to put this in your watch list and start monitoring and start trading if you want. Alright, so that is my view for Dell, and that's all for my this week winning market update. It's a very short one. Of course, there's many things to talk about it, but no point. So stay tuned to my Telegram group. Any things that is very interesting, or after the announcement of the news, I will do some update if I'm available or if there's movement in the market in the Telegram directly. Alright, so remember to share and like this video and join me in the Telegram, and I will see you guys next week again. Goodbye.